Hello and welcome to this video. Today I'm going to show you how to make a squash and stretch bounce animation using this character here called Stretchy. So the first thing we're going to do once we've opened the file, if you're joining us on YouTube and not from the classroom, then you can find this file in the comments below. And what we're going to do is we're going to switch to the animation tab along the top. And we're going to get our timeline set up. So today we're going to make the animation loop between frames 1 and 20. So when it gets to frame 20, it will just loop around. So but your timeline should look something like this. And if you go to the bottom right corner, it says end 250. We're going to change that to 20. And what's happened is the light grey area should now be cut down to 20. And if I push the space bar, you'll see it will loop around, which is exactly what we want to do. So to get started, we're going to make sure that we've got our object properties panel open. So it's the orange box on the side, and we want to be able to see the transform values. We've got our character selected in the scene collection. And we're going to go to the gimbal here, and we're going to click on the X button once, which will frame it in the middle there. We are then going to move the view just to give us a bit more room. And from there, we are going to get our first frame set up. So we're going to move Stretchy up to about 8 meters high. So we're going to go here, push 8 and push enter. Now, this is okay. We've got it set, it's in position, but we want to record that. Now, in other lessons, we have pushed the S key as a shortcut, but the problem with the S key is it records everything, and that can make animation, when you start adding different channels to this, quite unsmooth and causes other problems. So what we're going to do today is we're going to click this little dot to the side of the channel that we want to record, in this case location Z. We're going to push that little dot and it should turn to a diamond as well as the colour yellow. The colour yellow means it's recorded on this part of the timeline, frame 1, and it means that if we move along and then we change this, it's gone to green. That tells us there's animation here. So it's saying there's animation on this channel, but not on this part of time. We're then going to change this to where Stretchy hits the ground. So take it down to the green line. If you haven't got the move tool available, there should be like a little arrow like this hit up here on this side. And if you click on it, it will bring out these tools, and you want this tool set here with the move tool. And from there you can set and record this. So at the moment it's orange, that means there's animation on here, there's movement, but it's not being recorded. That's a bit like a warning. So if we push that there, it should change to yellow, and now that means it's recorded, and Blender now has all the frames in between. So what we're also going to do here is on frame 1, go back to frame 1, we're going to record the scale Z. And when we get to frame 10, we are going to do the same thing. We're going to push the diamond to record that. We're not going to change any numbers yet, but we're going to record it. And then we're going to go to frame 20, and we're going to move it back up to 8. So you can either move it by hand, or you can type in the number 8 and push enter. And we're going to record that by pushing the diamond. And then we're going to do the same thing on scale Z. So at the moment, it moves up and down, but there's not really, it feels kind of stiff and a bit unnatural. It doesn't feel like it's soft like a character would be. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to frame 5. I'm going to zoom in a little bit now just to make this a little bit clear. So we're going to zoom in and move this along. So we're going to go to frame 5. And in frame 5, we're going to take scale Z and we're going to put in 2.0. Push enter. And then it's gone orange. We need to record it. So I'm going to push the little diamond. And then I'm going to go to frame 15 and do the same thing. Type in 2.0. Push enter. And then push the diamond. Now if I play this back, watch what happens. We get this kind of squishy, jumping animation. It feels a little bit more like a cartoon. It feels a bit more fun. And it feels a bit more like it's alive. So we're now going to add another part in. So the second part of this lesson is to add in squash to Stretchy. Okay, so we've got stretch onto Stretchy. We're now going to get a little bit of squash when he lands. So as he stretches out and when he falls, he stretches. We want him to land here, and we want him to sort of fatten out as he lands. So we want all the force of going down to push his body out slightly wide. So at frame 8, we're going to go to scale Y and push the dot. We're not going to touch anything else. We're then going to go to frame 10. We're going to type in 1.5 and enter, and we're going to push the little diamond. And then we're going to move to frame 12, and we're going to type in 1.0 and enter. It goes orange, push record. And then when I push the space bar again, we now have this kind of fun, quirky, jumping, squishy character, Stretchy, that feels kind of fun and a bit more like a cartoon. And because we've set it from frame 1 to 20, it's going to loop around, and we don't have to play around with anything else, and we still get to enjoy that animation. Okay, so if you have any problems, ask me in the classroom. If you're not in my classroom, then hit me up in the comments, and I'll be more than happy to reply to you. That's all for now. Take care. Bye bye.